All right. Welcome to Joe Code. This is a brand new podcast. I'll be your host, Joe Marrese. This is my own podcast. This is very exciting for me. I'd like to start out with some thank yous to Chad, JT, Strider, everyone here at All Things Comedy, Aaron. Very nervous, very excited. I'm in here alone. It feels strange. I'm doing all the talking. Could be weird. Don't necessarily like to talk that much, but now I have to because no one else is going to be doing the talking. We're going to figure out what this podcast is going to be. There's going to be a formula. It's be a nice work in progress here. I'll tell you what this podcast won't be. We could start out right now saying there's not going to be any computers. I'm not going to use a computer. I'm just using my mustard color journal that my roommate Graham gave to me. So we're not going to be looking anything up anyway. It's going to be all from here and from here. It's just, my life, things going on. We're not going to be talking about what happened here in this place of the world. It's just going to be focused around me. So I'm not going to be talking out of my ass. So we're not going to let's look that up. So we're not going to be doing that. We don't need computers. There's not going to be any guests for the foreseeable future. I'm not going to interview. All my friends are comedians. They all have podcasts. You can watch them on their podcast. I don't want to be interviewing people because then when I ask a question, I'm going to have to try and pay attention to the answer, and that's going to be hard for me. I won't listen to what they have to say. I'll be thinking about what I want to ask them next. So it's not going to work out. We're not going to have guests. Hey, here's this comedian that already has his podcast that you could listen to on his own podcast, but let's interview him and hear more from him. But at the same time, I would like to say thank you to all my friends who have had me on their podcast throughout the years. I'm a great podcast guest because I have not had my own podcast, so people need to hear me somehow. So I'm a great guest because I didn't have a podcast till now. Everyone always said, Joe, when are you going to get your own podcast? The time is now. This is the right time. This is the right place. And I'm excited and nervous. And I'm going to use my journal. And it's going to be great. So, with that being said, a lot of things going on. World's changing. Joe's life is changing. I mentioned my roommate earlier, my roommate Graham. You're thinking, Joe, who's Graham? Is that your son, roommate? You look like a guy that is probably married already with kids. No, Graham is another 30-something man that lives with me, and I also have another roommate, Matt, that lives with me. Yes, I am 37. And I have two other male roommates in their 30s. We're all single men. I have roommates, and I'm proud. Because I know people kind of frown. Like, people say you need to have your own place, especially women. If you're trying to court a woman, it's better to have your own place. But I say a big place with 3 people is way better than walking in to some lame-ass studio apartment that you have yourself. Okay, I have a huge place. Giant living room, big kitchen, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. You can actually take a tour of the place. There's not, it's not you walk in and, hey, stand still. You can see everything from here. Okay, women, is that what you want to do? You want to go into a studio with a guy, a place that looks like a prison cell? Okay, I don't think so. All right, you want to see a nice kitchen. You want to see nice couch, nice TV, good setup, good paintings on the walls. You ain't going to get that at a studio. All right. So, yeah, I mean, it's fun having roommates, too, because it's like, you know, we got kind of our thing where we call each other big dogs. You know, it's like when one of us walks in and two of the other guys are sitting around watching TV, it's like one guy will walk in and will be like, hey, a couple of big dogs here today sitting around, and then we all do we do a barking dog kind of thing. It's fun. You're not going to get that by yourself. So we like to bark. I'm kind of like the RA, though. It's kind of can be a bit fratty at times. We like to do little get-togethers. Music's too loud. I get texts from upstairs. Turn down the bass. They're messing with our bass upstairs. They don't want the bass pumping. I guess it pumps through the ceiling and through the walls. So I have to be, I'm the one in charge. I have to take care of things like that. But I have no problem doing that. So yeah, we're going to do a few segments here in the show that we'll get to. But first off, I want to talk about I could be making the biggest mistake of my life coming up. I signed on to play softball again when I haven't played in 4 years, and I'm doing it now a nervous scratch of the beard because I'm just getting anxious already talking about it. And but I would only do this with Aaron, with you guys.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for having me. You guys basically recruited me, let's be honest. It feels...
We put the hard press on.
Yeah, it feels nice to be wanted like that. Obviously, word got out, hey, Joe can really play. We need him on our team. And I'll tell you, that feels good. So, thank you. And, you know, I just hope you realize that you woke a sleeping giant. Because now that I'm signed on, we're winning. We're here to win. Okay, I have 3 LA championship softball shirts in my drawers at home, going for 4. I've got a first place giant, it's like 3, maybe 4 foot tall first place trophy in my dining room. It's right next to the kitchen table. So,
unfortunately, Burbank only gives you a plaque.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I want you to have one of those by your table.
I do have a plaque. I do have one. We won 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. I want your baby to see what a winner looks like. But yeah, a plaque is fine. You can hang it on the wall. I don't mind that. But yeah, it's and now I realize that this is supposed to be fun. People say it's fun. Come on out, have fun. But it was instilled in me at a very young age to make everything competitive. And I mean, that's my dad's fault. Growing up with my dad, my older brother, just, coaching me and kind of setting the tone for the competitiveness. I mean, my dad he was my coach in Little League. He would intentionally walk kids. We're talking 11, 12 years old. My dad's intentionally walking people. So we're trying to win at all costs. Yeah, I'll never forget it because it was he's one of my good friends now that my dad intentionally walked. And I remember his father just screaming at my dad from the bleachers. Like, how could you do this? This is a kid's game. These are kids. And then my dad kind of put his tail between his legs and never did that again. But this just goes to show that this is the competitive fire that I'll be bringing to the softball field.
I thought you were going to say, so next time that kid came up, my dad had us drill him.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, yeah, let's double down. We'll intentionally walk, then drill them. Well, I mean, because the thing is, too, is like some of these kids are so good that they're basically hitting home runs every time. It's like, okay, sorry, we want to strategize here. We're not gonna let this guy tag them all every time. Okay, we're gonna humble him. We're putting him on first. Okay, we want him stopping at first. Give us a break.
I don't think we've put anyone on in this league intentionally.
Is it legal?
Yeah. Yeah, you can just throw up four fingers and say.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's keep an eye. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it's part of the game. You can't just be giving up home runs left and right.
Yeah.
And you're the pitcher, right?
Yep.
I'm glad you're pitching because I'm a pitcher too, but honestly, I argue with the ump when I pitch. So it's good that I'm playing like hopefully second base, but because I don't know, some of these umps are bad, and it's softball because the ball is coming in very slow. It's dropping slow, so you should be able to see. Like when bouncing on the plate is a strike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been times where I've pitched, I see it hit the plate. You hear the plop. It has like a sound when it hits the plate, and I've had those called balls, and I will lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we
evidence. There's a mark.
Yeah, also that. Oh, man. I didn't teach myself how to pitch to get balls called that are strikes. I don't know, but I digress. The thing is, this is the last go-around for me, though. If I get hurt, that's it.
Well, sure.
There's no more softball ever again. I've already pulled a hamstring and broken an arm in these adult leagues, so things have gotten carried away. But now I'm in such phenomenal shape, it would be a waste not to be playing softball. I might even be the strongest I've ever been. I weighed 186 today. That may sound heavy, but it is. It's mostly muscle. It's all muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat, and I'm looking forward to impressing a lot of people out on the softball field.
I will say I almost got a concussion this past Saturday.
Doing what?
Playing softball.
Oh, man. Don't say that.
It's just the second game back in a year, and I was running backwards, and that was my downfall.
Yeah, that's how I broke my arm. You can't, like, were you backpedaling or did you actually?
I was backpedaling.
Yeah, that's
in a pickle.
That you can't. There's no backpedaling.
Yeah,
that's basically a death sentence.
Yeah, totally. Lesson learned.
Here's the thing, though. When I broke my arm, though, I pitched the rest of the game.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and it was my pitching hand that I broke.
That's amazing.
So that's what you're dealing with here. That's the kind of man I am. I'll pitch the rest of the game with a broken hand. But yeah, we don't want to be breaking bones. I don't want to be going to the emergency room. Yeah, and then having them ask me questions about it.
Yeah.
I broke my arm. Fix it. They'll like ask you, how bad is the pain? Rate the pain. Give us a 1 through 10 number on the pain. I can't move my arm. Please fix it. 1 through 10. Like, and also it's the emergency room, so they're like 1 through 10. Like there's, like people are coming in the ER with ones on the pain scale. Man, it's unreal. 1 pain. I think I wake up in the morning and I start with a 3 already.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I got I don't know if you ever pulled a hamstring really bad, but I did that laying out a home run. And the thing was too, I did this a couple years ago. I absolutely smoked this ball. I could have walked around the bases and got a home run. I mean, I just freaking demolished it. It didn't stop rolling. That ball's still rolling. And I'm trying to bust ass around the bases. And then it just feels like I got shot in the leg going between first and second. I mean, it was like a really bad, it's like, it almost feels like a really bad chart, like, someone like a Fabio gave you a Charlie horse or another really strong guy. Now, I know Fabio's a model, but that was, I'm just thinking of a reference of a guy that would give you a painful Charlie horse and then getting carried off the field, but I digress.
We're pretty good about coaching, so we'll let you know. You can take it easy.
As far as what?
Like if you hit a ball that no one's gotten to yet.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But I feel like also, you don't want to show up the other team. I don't want to trot around the bases. I don't want to show anybody up.
I don't think you'd be accused of that.
No. We'll see. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. I recruited another guy to join us. The guy that I got you, he was a former professional boxer and tremendous softball player. So basically, we're gonna win the whole fucking thing, is what I'm telling you.
That's the plan.
So that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, that's it for softball. We'll see how it goes. It'll be fun. Now, this part of the show, we're going to get into a little segment called This Sucks. It's just going to be something that I think sucks. And it's not. It could be controversial. That's up to you. If you want to take it as, if you want to take offense to this, whatever. But this is my opinion on what sucks. And today's This Sucks is honey mustard. And I believe honey mustard began the downfall of mustard as one of the most popular condiments there is. I believe that growing up, I saw mustard on every table at every restaurant I went to. And then at a certain point, mustard started to get cute. There was honey mustard. There's the spicy brown. Dijon. Okay, I'll give you Dijon is good. But then hot mustard, people said, mustard, we don't need you anymore. You're trying to get too fancy. We're not going to put up with it. And then aioli came along and replaced mustard. And I'm taking it out on honey mustard because I think they spread their wings too much, and they spread mustard thin. And I like just this color mustard, just a nice yellow mustard color, and just regular yellow mustard is what I like. Ketchup never did that. Ketchup never tried to get too fancy. Ketchup just said, "This is who I am."
Well, they did go colorful at one point, which was upsetting. When they went green.
Was there? Yeah, was that? Oh, was that with ketchup?
Yeah.
But it still tasted like ketchup.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine.
Still weird.
But yeah, they just were trying on They were trying on different outfits. They wanted to see. They wanted to see what different colors worked for them. Which I don't really have a problem with that. I guess. But yeah. So that's This Sucks for the week. We'll get into another segment later. Again, figuring out the formula here. I would like to talk about my muscles again for a minute. I've helped people move this year, I want to say at least 5 times. And again, that's a testament to being muscular and also being available. I have a lot of time on my hands. If I'm going to help you move though, I want I want things packed. I want you to be ready. Everything has to be ready to go. Okay. My roommate Graham, good friend, but when I helped him move, he said, there's just going to be a few things I need a hand with. We get to his place, there's crap all over the floor. There's loose pills on the ground. The place is filthy. There's all kinds of food and cereal in the cabinets. And the place is just basically a mess. He's still got all his toiletries in the bathroom just laying around. And I just said to him, you're paying the cleaning fee. Let's get the fuck out of here. Do not do that to me. It's not, hey, help me move. It's not help me pack and move. It's help me move. If you want me to help you pack and move, that's $50 an hour. Because that is a headache.
It's the worst.
And also whenever someone tells you, ask you to help them move, they always say this too. They always say, it won't take that long. That's the famous phrase. It shouldn't take that long.
Uh-huh.
If there's a U-Haul involved, that's a minimum 4-hour job. Even if it's one unloading. One loading of the U-Haul, driving to the next place, then unloading that stuff, that's 4 hours right there. I don't care. That's what it is, because you can't drive fast in the U-Haul. You got to pack it in, and then you get there, you got to park, and then you got to walk upstairs. Oh my God. Yeah, moving is about an average 10 to 12 hour day. So, if you want, I think I've been asked to help move as many shows that I've done this year, stand-up shows. I'm now a comedian / mover. So, oh man, but I'm here to help. I do like helping people, but don't expect me to be a garbage man. I'm not, this isn't Joe Closets. I don't know what that means, but we'll take that as something. Listen, I'm learning to talk here. This is my own podcast. I'm going to try not to ramble. I don't want to ramble. I'm going to try not to carry on. I don't want to do any of that stuff. Okay. I just want to, what do you call it? I just want to get to the point, keep it concise. So if I ramble, once I start not making any sense at all, that's when I know I need to stop and go on to a new topic. So that's basically how, that's going to work. But let's see.
Since you're a friend to people who need to move, are you also an airport guy?
Like driving people there?
Or pick up, yeah.
I mean, I can. It's got to be someone really special, though. Like, if this is what I do. If someone's flying in town to visit me, yes, absolutely, I'll pick you up at the airport. But if it's like someone here that it's a friend and I see him all the time and they want me to drive him to the airport, that's tough. I mean, I got to really be bored out of my mind, basically. And, I prefer not to. I don't like LA. If it's Burbank Airport, okay, I'll do it every time. But LAX,
nah.
No.
I'll drive you to the flyaway.
Yeah. Get on the bus. Cheap ass for $8. What is that? $8? It was $8 at one point.
I think it's $9 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Post-COVID.
Yeah. Where are we at on?
We're at 25.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is, yeah, I like these nice and short. Let's see. I've got. Oh yeah, I've been having dreams now about softball too,
Oh, wow.
which is exciting. Except the other day I had a dream that I was practicing ground balls and I missed every one.
It's not likely.
Well, I mean, it's just. I mean, is that anxiety?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's been a while. It's fine.
Because I'm not going to miss all the ground balls. I mean, I'm going to play catch today, this afternoon.
Oh, awesome.
Throw the ball around. I'm excited.
I have a couple softballs in my car, but I don't have any gloves.
You don't what?
I don't carry gloves around. I don't leave them in my car.
Oh
I
yeah,
have a few balls,
I
though.
wouldn't do that. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, we'll take this podcast. We'll probably take some questions or give advice. I'd rather give advice if people want advice. I don't really want you to ask me questions. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't pry. I guess you could. I guess you could ask questions, but I'm more of an advice guy. You know, if you listen to me on Going Deep with Chad and JT, I'm a lot older than those guys. All right, I'm 37 now, and I've got a lot of life experience, and I could just offer you my personal perspective on things if you want my advice. And I think I have pretty good advice. I've lived I've seen a lot, done a lot, drank a lot, so I've been around.
Worked a lot of jobs.
Yeah, so I'm here to give advice, but just don't be bragging when you ask a question if you're going to ask me a question, because when I'm doing Going Deep, sometimes people ask these questions like bragging. There's a guy will write in like, "Oh, so I've been having sex with like 7 girls right now, and one of them's got a mole on her lip. What do you think?" It's like, okay, you're getting laid a lot. We get it. So you don't have a problem. So don't ask for those kind of stupid questions. But yeah, that's why more advice. Like, hey Joe, how often do you shave your head? Is it working good for you? Which also, when people watch this, please don't give me negative comments on my appearance or make any suggestions, because this is the look. It's a shaved head due to thinning of hair and loss of hair. Typically, there will be no beard also. Don't tell me that this beard looks good. I mean, you can, but the other day just had enough shaving cream to do my head. So this is just due to lack of shaving cream. I didn't want to go water only. I don't want to cut my face up. So typically I'm gonna be clean. Gonna look like Mr. Clean here. So any suggestions about my appearance will be read, but I will not take any advice on my appearance. This is the look. I shave 3 times a week. I know what I look like, so people will be like, "Hey, I think you should grow your hair." Like, I've had people tell me, "Grow your hair, do this with your beard." I look at myself probably 100 times a day. We all know what we look like, what we want to look like. I'm an adult man. Okay, I'm not a little kid trying to figure out his different hairstyles and different looks for him. I know what I want to look like. I'm an adult. Don't tell me what you think I should look like. Okay, that's. Sorry, that was. I mean, I don't mean to get frustrated, but I'm not. I'm not going to be taking suggestions on different looks. And that's that.
Do we have an email set up for where they can reach you, or will we do that in the future?
Yeah, I guess we'll get that set up in the future.
But yeah, they can reach you on socials and stuff.
Yeah, reach me on social media. Instagram is my big thing. Joe Marrese on Instagram. And then, if anybody wants to hit me up about doing a stand-up show, I'm available. I'll do your parking lot. I'll do the flatbed of your truck. Let's do it. I want to perform. So let me know about shows. And in closing here, we did This Sucks. Now I would like to close with This Is Great. That is because we want to end on a positive note. We don't want to just do This Sucks and okay. That doesn't set a good vibe. So This Is Great. Now, this week's This Is Great is Chipotle mayo. Now, we talked about how mustard got too cute, but mayo, let's be real. Mayo needed to spice things up a little bit. It's just plain white. There's kind of it adds a little something, but Chipotle mayo is next level. Okay, mayonnaise was too, it's white. It was too vanilla, too plain. It needed something. Chipotle mayo has changed the game. Put it on any meat. It's fantastic. It's the best for me on a burger or a cheesesteak. If you have a Chipotle cheesesteak, let me know if you ever have a better food than that, because that's game-changing stuff. Chipotle mayo, put it on everything, put it on anything. Try it on your hot dogs, put it on your brats, put it on your chili. I better be good in chili. Let's get it out there. Chipotle mayo, you are great. Thank you for being you. And and with that, I believe what are we at here? 30?
We're at 32.
Yeah. That is perfect. So thank you, everybody. This was fun to be here talking, and that was this episode of Joe Code. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah.